Day 27. Has it been that long already? Well, good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince. Last time out... Wait a minute. I need to gather my notes together. But last time out, we had a brilliant run. We had the second of our Sanctum keys discovered, right? So, we've had 2 Sanctum keys in 2 runs. We still have the blessing of the shrine that we picked up from day 25. So we're going to be, once again, trying to make as good use as possible of our courtyards. What are our open threads at the moment? Well, if we come to our open threads box, we have got the boiler room plus others, pump room, drain the underground reservoir. There is definitely a Sanctum key in there. We have that clue. 8 dates for 8 safes. Well, we may have we've had a community approved hint in that regard, which we'll come to in a minute. The Secret Garden Sigil Torch Room. Well, tick. We have got the Sanctum key for that one. Get to room 46 again. Tick. We've done that one. Magnifying glass and basement note. Tick. We've done it, right? Jackhammer and barbecue on the terrace. Well, we'll come back to that in just a second. Chess puzzle. We're going to be working hard to try and get that. The problem is the ladies' chamber. It seems to come up so rarely. Alzara nonsense. We still haven't really looked into that, but that's okay. That thread is still open, but it's fine. White trees by the campsite. We do need a digging tool. Jackhammer probably. Maybe we can do it with a regular shovel, though. We've not actually tried it. The Sanctum keys that we're looking for, right? Music room. We got it. We got the music room. So, chess, attic, vault key, pump room and power. Well, is it attic or is it clock tower? It's difficult, right? We've been in the clock tower, not sure what we're supposed to partner up there. It kind of looks like we're supposed to partner up something with the clock tower. 1:30 is the clue, but we've been there at the appropriate time and nothing actually happened. So, don't know. Vault keys, though. We're always going to be looking. We're always going to be on the lookout for vault keys. Right. Let me tell you about these community-approved hints. So, the members' chat on the Discord had a big discussion about some hints to give me. Some of these we already kind of know, but we've got a couple of approved hints on the dates for the safes and the barbecue, particularly, right? Because we approached the barbecue with the shovel and we didn't get the prompt, but there's maybe a belief that you shouldn't actually need the jackhammer, that maybe the shovel is sufficient. So I shall try that one again. The gallery, apparently there is an aspect of the gallery which is like, we should actually just kind of spend some time in the gallery if we get the opportunity to. And really just map out the possibilities in that room will help us, is the recommendation, rather than waiting for another external hint. And in terms of the dates for the safes, a closer inspection of the room that the safe is in will actually lead to the date. So we're not really looking for dates in the wider environment to use within those rooms. We're looking within those rooms for hints as to what the date could be, with a note that effectively what is in the room might point you towards some other area to go and find the date. So it's not a question of take 1213 or 1312 or whatever it was from the wine cellar and just use it somewhere else. The hints are in the rooms themselves. Okay, well, with those allowances out of the way, we start today with 15 gold, 2 gems, 2 keys. If we find the bookshop, That would be excellent. If we find the library, we have a new book to read in the library. If we get Root Cellar here, we're definitely going to take it with the number of courtyards in our pool. We already have a blessing from the shrine. Right, we already have a blessing from the shrine. I'm going to say tool shed. I'm going to say tool shed. Let's take 2 special items nice and early. What do we get? We get a shovel, which is excellent. That would be very useful for digging. Oh! An adjustable gear wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Well, my friends, we've never seen this tool before. If we draft a workshop, we're definitely going to be experimenting with that. Given that we have the shovel, before we even start the draft today, we're going to go over this way. Now, I do want to check, because Alzara happened to mention something about a gate becoming unlocked. Let us check this gate briefly. No, this gate is still very much closed. So I wonder if it's the gate at the end of the driveway that's become open. Possibly. Now, do we have a dig point here? We do. Conservatory. Adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house. You dug up a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add conservatory to your drafting pool? Why, yes. Yes, I do. Excellent. So we don't need the power jackhammer for that. I wonder what the power jackhammer gets used for then. But there we go. Looks like the shovel, very versatile tool after all. All this talk about permanently adjusting the rarity of floor plans, this also all just feeds into making your drafting more consistent over time, right? Which is going to be necessary for this series not to end up being 100 episodes long, although it still might, to be honest. Okay, so we've added the conservatory. Well, with that, shall we make our way? We have the blessings of the gardener still. Now that was the music sheets. Yes, that was from the sheets of music. I wonder what the power jackhammer's going to be used for then. Oh yes, and the admin, right? We are also looking for the admin password still, if you recall. And if you recall, it is Randolph. We need Randolph's last name. Yeah, because he gave Hartley Ruota admin access, and the clue was that it was his last name first name, or last name first initial was his password. Now his admin rights have now been taken away, but Randolph, his admin account is still going to be valid. Yeah, I've been told there's something here that we're supposed to look at. This is sort of related to what Alzara was talking about, or at least it looked like the birds had been knocked over in Alzara's sort of premonition. But it's not obvious, and I still haven't gone back to the old recording to have a look yet, to be honest, so we shan't worry about it too much. We've used 10 steps already. Let's start drafting. Den is a great start to be picked up there. Here we like something that will get us to the top, but not weight room this early. Drawing room, I guess, is going to be what we take. And then from this side, bedroom, spare room, corridor. Let's take spare room, because drawing room is already going to give us access to the 4-2 point. So spare bedroom takes us out to the corner. I think we're going to go... I think we're going to go drafting this way first. Right, and then we'll come back depending on what we draft on the east side. Mail room. We have a package delivered. I think that's a good shout. Go to the mail room and get our package. What do we have? Sleeping mask, gems, and keys. Lovely. Thank you. That's a lovely little care package to have received. We don't get any new letters as such. Okay. Very well. I think on we go. We'll take our +5 steps here. And I think, given that we've got 3 gems, we drawing room and go to the east wing still. Yes. There is still a clearly like a puzzle on the walls here. But oh, no. None of these, no. Redraw this. Oh my word, it really wants to give us a dead end, doesn't it? Oh wow, so we've ended up with a dead end all along the east wall then. All along the east wing. Shoot, well, let's take commissary so that we can buy items as we wish. Do we want commissary? We've already got the shovel. I mean, it could be useful. Let's take commissary. But yeah, wow. The game absolutely determined to give us a dead end there, wasn't it? I think possibly metal detector. Salt shaker gives us extra steps. Gives us extra steps every time we eat something. Metal detector could save a run for us, though, if we are finding... if we're struggling to find keys. It's hard. You don't necessarily want to spend all of your money when you don't know if you're going to draw bookshop or not. But let's take salt shaker and metal detector for now. Because if we pull chapel, we don't really want to waste our money either. So, big oof. Let's draw from this side, though, because we do get the redraw from here. Passageway is a pretty good one. Courtyard, I'm fairly happy to take the extra gems and have 2 exits from, though. And we have a shovel, so we're going to make good use of the courtyard. So we get the gems. Dig up a rock. And a turnip. Plus 1 extra step from the salt shaker. What do we get here? Chapel, not too bad. Gives us exits on both sides. So we'll draft chapel. Also gives us the white bishop. But we're going to go round and we're going to pick up the gem from den first. And then go and get into that corner. Oh, hello. We have a box. Well, we don't have the sledgehammer. Oh, plenty of gems. Wow, okay. If we draw a freezer, that is going to be kind of tempting. Storeroom, nook, and locksmith. Getting storeroom out of the draft pool on a dead-end room is kind of attractive. We're going to lose the coin immediately going through chapel. Oh, no, actually, no. We'll go through courtyard first. So let's do it with storeroom. We do want to prioritise, because we've got this spanner, we do want to prioritise mechanical rooms, though, if we can. For this room, we want an exit at the top, we want an exit on the left, on the right, preferably. We don't need to worry too much about... That's not nice. That's not a nice pull, to be honest. I guess security... Oh! I had forgotten that this was a cog room. Okay, we sort of want this one to be commonplace, right? Security being common is kind of handy, because it's got 2 exits. It does require a gem, but it also has a white knight, which we're going to want for the chess puzzle. So, yeah, let's make it common. It having 2 exits is kind of handy. Broken lever. Lovely. That could prove useful. There is something else in here. Ooh, a coin. Excellent. Having access to a computer as well. Kinda nice. I don't know if we're going to want the office or if we're going to want the laboratory. So let's not log into the network just yet. Because if we draft the laboratory, then we might want to remote into the bunker, because if we run an experiment, we can then unlock all the doors, right? So for now, we'll set security level low, and we want offline mode to be unlocked, right? And let's quickly run the estate inventory. Ah, we've missed 5 coins somewhere. Okay, good to know. We've missed 5 coins somewhere. Do we want to go back and try and find those now? 55 steps. Let's draft a room first and see. Courtyard gives us 1 exit. Passageway gives us 2 exits, and I think it's a good idea given where we are in terms of needing exits. On this side, we'll draft it from this side rather than from... I think we're going to need it to be pantry. Like, as much as I would love terrace, so that we don't have to spend anything to draft green rooms, I think taking a dead end at this stage is not a good idea. So let's take pantry. Do we want to take the coins? There's always a piece of fruit in the pantry to give us a few extra steps. I don't think we want to go in and then back out there, though. Do you know what? The coins might be in the chapel. Because we've not been in the chapel yet at all. Are the coins in the chapel? I think it was worth spending... Yeah, it was worth spending a coin to go and get those coins. Fine. And now we know we don't have to do a big backtrack, which is nice. From the pantry, we are 100% going to be offered the garage, but we don't know if we want the garage yet without a breaker box. So for now, we're not going to draft that wing. Okay, parlour is a dead end, so that's a no. Dining room gives us one exit. Courtyard gives us one exit. Dining room gives us a lunchbox, though. And it gives us an exit to the north. Courtyard gives us 2 dig spots and a gem. Net 1 gem. And it gives us potentially another item to pick up. So I think we're taking courtyard. We get the sledgehammer, which is a great pickup. Courtyard is a very powerful room. Now that we've given the upgrade as well, it's a very, very powerful room. I'm kind of tempted next time we draft the shrine to give it 6 coins again and see if the blessing that you get fully depends on the number of coins you give it. In which case, I might then go mad the following time and give it something like 10 coins and see what it gives us. Another courtyard there is a very strong offering. It gives us 2 exits, including one to the north. It nets us a gem. It's going to give us more items. Okay, tin can. Didn't give us an item this time, actually. Which is okay. Ooh, a key, though. That's nice. Excellent. Right. So now we've got 3 exits, beautifully evenly spaced, all on rank 3. It was looking a little bit hairy for a moment there, but it looks like now we have got ourselves... We've got ourselves a good run. Clock tower. I love it. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each time room you draft today. How do we solve the puzzle of the clock tower? It's unclear. Like, having the additional benefit from... Right, is there anything up here that's worth getting? Oh, yes, for the next 60 seconds. No. Yes, for the next 60 seconds. We have no costs. No gems, no keys. So we're going to do a 60-second mad dash. Draft as much stuff as you can. Yeah, okay, I'd forgotten about that. Right, so the watch is always here. The stopwatch is always here. Fine. There should be a sanctum key in here, but it's really unclear how to get that. Right, here we go. Run, 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 run! Right. We're just focusing on the drafting. We're not pulling anything. Office is nice. Right. No gems required there. Locksmith, kitchen, closet. I guess kitchen. And I think we're not even using steps either. So that's pretty cool. 21 seconds. 20 seconds. Give us something really good. Courtyard is nice. Laboratory's good, but it's another dead end! No! Oh, shoot. Laboratory. Okay, we're going to be running out of time now. Laboratory, I think leaving a laboratory as standard is fine. Like, we can make it commonplace. Like, it does give you benefit from running the experiments. So go on. Right. F. We ended up with... Okay, so office... I think office was a good pick here. Here we ended up with all dead ends being offered. Here, courtyard was really our only option. And then we had all dead ends being offered here. This means we can't take the garage at all. We have to have something which goes beyond. But man, rough draft there. Shoot. Okay. Lockpick's nice. Like, are we gonna end today's run just on the draft RNG once again? That's gonna be super sad. Plenty of steps though. Let's get into this terminal and start running an experiment. Okay. So, continue with experiment. A letter delivered to the mailroom. Yeah, immediately a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. That certainly gives us something. Which, or each time you find some trash while digging. Each time you find some trash while digging, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Or do we want a letter delivered to the mailroom? Do we want knowledge? Do we want gold? It's a shame we already dug this one, wasn't it? Because we don't have any other undug holes. So I think we're going to want to... I think we take immediately... Yeah. Let's do immediately deliver a letter to the mailroom. Yeah? Because we have the mailroom in the house. We're going to get some piece of knowledge that we didn't have previously. When we backtrack via the passageway, we'll take a little detour back to the mailroom. Yeah. We have got the steps to be able to do it. Now, in here we have the office and the kitchen. Yeah, we already dug these two. This is actually going to be our first opportunity to look for a clue on the dates in the office, isn't it? Spread gold in the estate? Probably fine. Spread gold now. Is it worth logging into the network? We have security available to us already. The only terminal that's not on is the bunker. So there's no downside to logging into there now. So all terminals are now online. The experiment we did is not extreme enough to unlock every door. Although that's not probably going to be the big differentiator in this run, to be honest. Let's see what we have. Showroom will give us benefit. +5 for every red room in our house. That is not many, to be honest. Let's take a club sandwich. Okay. Now. Apparently, something in here is the date. Well, this chap's statue. I'm kind of looking. Right, let's look at our notes. Have we seen this chap before? We have. Yes. That's Count Isaac Gates. That's Count Isaac Gates. Is that important? Oh. Okay. Here's Count Isaac Gates again. So, something in here is supposed to point to a date? Is that right? March of the Count. Please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing. So I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. So is the idea that these are 5 books? 4 are in red, 1 is in black. Is it something to do with the purchasing of these books? Is the hint for the date for this safe? Because this clue we've not used for anything. Right? We've not used this clue for anything. So let's add that clue to our list of ones that we're looking at with regards to dates. Now here's the thing, with the office we have got the king, right? So we've got the knight, the rook. We don't have the rooks, we don't have the nook. Right, the rook is in the nook. So if from the pantry we do indeed pick up... So if from the pantry we do indeed pick up the lady's bedchamber, that's not actually going to be helpful for us. This whole draft is not going to be very good for us because we know, like basically guaranteeably, that we are going to have... we know guaranteeably that we're going to have the garage as one of the options. So we only even actually have 2 attempts at getting one that's not going to be a dead end, you know? A letter for us. Randolph! Randolph Moore! Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lead lab technician at Sinclair and I've been working here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I was thrilled to discover you've found our humble lab and have begun to run some experiments of your own. I tend to keep an eye on the small spikes in radiation levels on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. There's been much speculation among the staff about the progress you've been making in the house, and they're all quite excited when I reported that you've been successfully running experiments. I wanted to write to let you know that even though you may not see us, we are rooting for you. Best of luck on the experiments, and if you like, I'll continue sending letters with some helpful tips for you. Randolph Moore. Randolph Moore, you legend. Right. N-O-O-R-E. So, where's the screwed up letter from his bin? Randolph. Yes. That's the one. That's the screwed up letter. We're going to go to the black site right now. What a pull. What a letter to have found. Right, don't worry about the steps cost. Right, we had to go via the entrance hall anyway. So we're gonna get ourselves some admin access right now. What is admin access going to give us? Who knows? Now, what did Randolph say? First four letters of your last name, followed by your first initial. First and fifth character should be capitalized. More R. Ah, administrator controls. We're in network settings, terminal timeout settings. The timeout setting controls how long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. The default setting, immediate, requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. The default setting requires a new connection each time the user tries to log into the network. I don't know what that means. Let's put it as 1 month. Why not? Email settings. Shelter mailbox. Check connection offsites. Inbound and outbound connections and electronic mail communications outside the local network have been temporarily disabled. I'm going to turn all of these on. User database. Tom K. Bob A. Root H. Reva D. Right, let's take a picture of the people. Right, I'm going to add that to our list of people. Tom K, Assistant Lab Technician. Last login, 1st of the 8th. Personal notes, recent transfer from Sinclair, former executive assistant to H.S. Sinclair. Trusted with full admin privileges. More R. Most drafted room, laboratory. Lead lab technician for Sinclair. Set up estate terminals and Blackbridge network. Bab A. House manager, that's Anne Babbage. Author of all personnel notes. The Baron's valet, substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. And Reva D, groundskeeper, former. Terminated March 92 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. Admin logs. 20th of the 1st, 86. 26th of the first 86. Okay, so we've got some logs to read. The last cables have finally been laid and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside the house to maintain connection stability at all times. A small cavern off of the eastern drive was selected for the server site. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe and will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. Regular maintenance report fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal. We also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. As requested yesterday, new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and now can only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Updated access privileges for the following account types. Admin access, full access to all features. Personnel access, access to user database. Archive access, full access and access to archived admin logs and deleted database entries. Right, so we need archive access. RTA is down while we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. RTA is working again, terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network, root H. Admin key deactivated for root H. One new admin key has been added to the network, Tom K. Welcome to the team. Tom K added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control, updated user database. More R. Changing of the guard in preparation for Simon's arrival. Inbound and outbound messages as well as off-site connections from outside the estate have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Okay. So Tom K is recent. Who's the admin? Yeah, it must be. There's one admin who doesn't meet the name restrictions, but it's not any of those 5. Right? Data files. Duplicate save data, clear save data. So if I import trophy data, utilizing the Blackbridge system, you can import trophy data from other save files into the current profile. There's a convenient way to collect trophies in one file that might be impossible to get in a single profile. Right. I think that's a little bit meta. What I sort of need to be able to do is create or change someone's access rights, right? Because what I need is I need someone... they're delisted admin keys. So there are 3 keys which aren't on this list, one of whom is presumably a... Yeah, one of whom is presumably an archive admin. Right, it's not Tom K or Bab A. And someone is an admin. Someone's an admin who is not 5 letters long, but longer. Bab A, Tom K. New admin key created, although the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. We don't know who that was for. Okay. So if I exit that, so I can log in as Bab A, and I don't have access to anything except the user database. Herbert S. Sinclair. Admin not found. Baron Sinclair. No. It'd be kind of wild if we were able to guess it. What we have unlocked though is we've unlocked the emails in all the other terminals. Laboratory, security, and we can remote into the shelter as well. Right, on we go. So there's 3 other admin keys which are delisted, one of whom must have archive access. So if we find the names of all the people that work here, we will probably get there eventually. From here. Security is where we're going to go to, and the laboratory. Let's read some emails. And let's get some emails into the thing. Yes. Go up to security first. Bing! So, if we log into network, add Swan Song. Email. Oh, security mailbox. Darren Kirk. That's going to be one of the names, right? Do you know what? I'm going to record all of these correspondences. So let's go and grab... I'm going to grab a new frame. Email inboxes, and let's start recording these. So Kirk,
Per our last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have taped logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. That is Darren Kirk. Darren Kirk. And we're going to add him to our list of names on the chart of names. Works in security. Right. So Darren Kirk works in security with Randolph Moore. And we also have... here we go. So there's a name that we've got. There's a name that we've got. So Darren Kirk works in security. Oh, Kimberly Thompson. Tom K. Joined recently, right? Tom K. Okay, Anne Babbage, re-security measures. Oh, actually, this is the oldest to the newest, isn't it? So from Anne Babbage, another request. Mr. Darren. Oh, right, wait, it's Kirk Darren. Darren. Yes, fine. Kirk Darren. Mr. Darren, if you have any more of those red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for the new project he's working on in the clock tower. For my part, I can't understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your coloured memos. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave that up to you and the Baron. Lol. Okay. So we'll drop that in here. Security measures. Mrs. Babbage, I'd like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. Oh. As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that an antechamber lever is not only unsuited, but also poses a security risk, I advise we either remove or conceal it and install a secondary lever to control the south entrance. Oh, brilliant. Yes, yes, yes. Weight room, eh? Lose half your steps, though. Mr. Darren, sorry for the lagging reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I'd considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion, and I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he's expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans should he wish to do so. And that is the security inbox. Now, Darren Kirk, this is not a name that we've otherwise seen, so we should, Dark-A, check him at Blackbridge. We can log out of that one. Next, we are going to go to the laboratory, which is just through here, up here, and across. So, in the laboratory terminal, log into the network. Chef de camp. Freezer access. Okay. Randolph, as I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday I was making my famous black truffle pizza and had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Chef, please don't worry too much about freezer access. The experiments we're doing aren't very sensitive, and they're already accounting for normal variations due to expected use and staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe may have been related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of the furnace in close proximity. Wow, so we need the furnace and the freezer next to each other? In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperature in the house, and even more so in rooms in close proximity to it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, okay. Grab a pick of that. Yep, grab a pick of this one. Right, so that gives us something new to be trying. Although we've never drafted the freezer. The idea of getting the furnace next to the freezer? Blah. Also, Chef de Camp. That's a title, of course, but de Camp. Chef de Camp. Let's add that to the list of names. We don't know first name. Could be Bridget. Right? In fact, if I look at any of these, who looks like the chef in this photograph? Hard to say. It's not like anyone's wearing a big old hat, is it? Hard to say. Precautions. Baron Sinclair. This is from Randolph. As we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we will be sealing off the entrance to the Blackbridge server this week, as well as archiving all our electronic mailboxes and locking access. I'm not sure just how tech-savvy we expect the Red Guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, the very minimum measures that we should be considering given the likelihood of an investigation next month. This is 87. So this is like 6 years ago. Still, we'll take a picture of this one because we want this to be here. And then precautions. Lock it down. Lock it all down. Okay, so that's the security terminal. Right. Now return to here. If I go now remote terminal access. Oh, shelter's offline. Yes, I want to connect to the shelter terminal. So I want to see the emails from the shelter. Enter. Log into network. Password accepted. Email. No, this is laboratory. Oh, boo. Right, okay. It's logged into the laboratory mailbox. I thought I was remote desktoping into the shelter. Well, we don't have the shelter, but it gives us a good reason to draft the shelter once again. Now, DeCamp and Darren. Mr. Darren is an administrator. Look, don't worry about the steps. We're going to go back to Blackbridge again because I want to see if Mr. Darren gives us different administrator access. Right? Once we get into the parlour, we'll have something to eat. Don't worry. We have steps in the bag. We have steps in the bank. So, it is Mr. Kirk D. Admin not found. What? Unless it's... Oh. Three additional delisted admin keys. I'd have thought Kirk Darren or Darren Kirk would have one, right? Okay. And then we also have the chef. Hang on, I'm going to double check now. Kirk. Mr. Darren. Yeah, his name is Kirk Darren. His name is Kirk Darren, not Darren Kirk. His name is Kirk Darren. And he's a Mr. Okay. So why does this not work as D-A-R-R-K? Admin not found. What about his full name? Darren K. No. Something's odd. I would expect this guy to have an admin key. Right? But it's not D-A-R-R-K. Is this the chap for whom we're not using a 5-letter key? Why wouldn't we use a 5-letter key for him, though? That's kind of interesting, yeah? Whoops. Hang on, I was in the wrong thing. Oh no, hang on a second. I've gone to my wrong place. Okay. Like Tom K. is an admin. Tom K. Kimberly Thompson withdrew the drafting guide in '93. D. Reaver could be Dave or Denny. Could be Dave or Denny. And then we only have... Okay, just writing a quick note about D. Reaver. And then we have Chef DeCamp. Bridget got food for the kitchen. Is there any chance that she's the chef? I mean, this is definitely a long shot, but because of the D camp, could it be something like D camp B? Admin not found. D cab B. No. Okay. New admin key recreated, although the requested name doesn't fit with our typical length formatting. That might be because it's a short name. That might be because it's a very short name. Less than 4 letters long. Possible. Possible. So we need archive access. We need to find someone who has archive access. But... okay, right. Never mind, I think that is sort of what that is for now. There's not going to be anything else in the office emails. It does give us a good reason to go and draft the shelter the next time we see it. But it means that we keep an eye out for who is who and other people's names. Anne Babbage, Hartley Ruota, Robert Nogula, Randolph Moore, Kirk Darren doesn't appear to have an admin login. Not sure why. And then we've got Bridget, Chef de Camp, Christoph, who's the driver, but we don't know his last name. We've got Denny, we've got Dave. We don't have their last names. You know, we're still, it's still a work in progress. Right. Loads of keys, loads of gems, reasonable amount of money. Let's work our way up the pantry. We've got 27 steps. We need to get something to eat. If we find the dining room, we're likely to go and take it. Here we are. A delicious, delicious apple. Now, is this going to end the run right here? Let's see. No. The run continues. Bust that open. 3 more gems. Wow, if we do find the freezer. If we do find the freezer, we are going to take it. Do you know what? I thought I knew what the silver key did. It leads to a room with many doors. Well, given the number of keys we have, I'm kind of fine to maybe take a room with many doors. This one, though. Another courtyard. The run continues to live on. We now have 2 exits that we can work with. I'm very happy with it. We could have done quite a lot with the alternative experiment, actually, which was to do with digging things up. But then we wouldn't have had such fun getting through all of that administrative access. From this one, I'm kind of tempted to use special keys, because then we get at least 2 exits out of here. So let's take it. Rotunda. For sure. Right. This gives us 2 more exits that we can work with. And we have plenty of gems. Okay, can't lockpick that one. Boudoir. Yeah, we're not going to take a dead end. We'll take boudoir. Because this also gives us a re-roll. And we have a safe to look at. So, we're looking here for some kind of clue on dates. Some sort of clue on dates. Now, we've taken the magnifying glass to this in the past, and we didn't really find anything worth thinking about. Except maybe she likes Christmas. We could take Christmas as a date. Bit of a stretch, but 25th, 12? Oh my word, really? Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, this dates thing, that's definitely very much a kind of a overthinking the problem. We have red letter number 4. Okay. Now, the previous red letter that we picked up... Right, I think we're going to need a new frame in here for red letters. Yeah, so we've got email inboxes there. Let's take red letters over here. Right, and start gathering these red letters together. So, we will take number 4. Oh dear, 25th, 12. Does 1225 also work then? Or does it depend on your own locality? I'm not sure. Okay, right, we'll take the pictures in a second. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to admit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did, but for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the colour of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If, through your silence, you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. Well. Okay. So, let's take some copies of these notes. Daniel, our son Simon. Right. Daniel. Sorry, kind of wiggling the camera around there. No, we've got Denny and Dave. We don't have a Daniel. But I tell you what, though. Mary Epson. Let's add... No, not a down. It's more like an across. Daniel makes... Sorry. Not on the right screen. Simon! And that's me. Okay, so Daniel in there. Now, when we were in room 46, which was over here, we've got Epson, we've got Sinclair, we've got Jones. Is this Daniel Sinclair? Sort of hard to say. But okay. We've got the letter recorded. Our son Simon, your heir. Well, there we go. It's another letter. Huh. Right. Don't worry about connecting it to the rotunda. We just kind of want a couple of exits. Oh, workshop is nice given the number of items we have. On the other hand, pool... Pool adds locker room and pump room to today's draft pool. And it gives us an exit out the top, which is quite nice. So I think we're taking pool. Oh, hey, look. We've got a couple of chests in there. We can't get to them yet. What do the swimming trunks do? Are the swimming trunks not supposed to do something? I thought we bought swimming trunks in the shop because they did something for us, but perhaps not. Okay. From here, let's make the draft. From here, let's make the draft. Can we lockpick? No. We're going to use a key. I am kind of tempted to redraft those. I mean, parlour at least is not a dead end. But I would like something which has an exit out the top. Parlour is at least not a dead end. If we redraw, we might get something worse. But we do have plenty of gems, so we don't really need parlour. Like, hallway or courtyard is better. Courtyard... possibly because we are in need of extra steps, so the possibility of getting a turnip is there. And we also tend to get items in a courtyard. Can we see? Ah, we have a locked trunk. Oh, but a security door. Right, well, we're not going to go that way just yet then, because we have no way of getting through that door just now. Ah, so... from the rotunda, then. Let's see if we can pull something that gets us a key. Okay, parlour works us towards the foundation. And the foundation gives us 2 more exits, so we will take the parlour at this point. And we'll use the reroll to try and connect us to the foundation. For now, though, yeah. Well, what a run this has been so far, right? We've managed to get like definitely over an hour of content out of something that, by all rights, almost ended twice. A box next to this box contains the gems. A box next to this box displays a false statement. Well, that's no statement at all. So this is not true. Now, what is the rules on at least one is true and one is false? Right. So the rules are, it displays a true statement, it displays a false statement. If it doesn't display anything at all, it's neither displaying a true statement nor a false statement. So the box next to this box displays a false statement is false. A box next to this box contains the gems must be true. So I think it must be this box. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to use our reroll if we don't get... Ah, hallway. Perfect. Gets us to the foundation. And gives us another exit. So this is great. If we find the dining room soon, we are definitely taking it. Oh, if we find the bookshop, we're going to be taking that pretty soon as well. But first, let's gather this one here. We have so many gems that the cloister is a bit of a win. So we'll take the cloister. And we also have beam and beep. Plenty to be digging for. A rock is not worth picking up. A key is nice. Right, there's something here. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, nice, little coin. South first. Servants' quarters. That will give me 3 keys. Or we take bedroom. I think we take bedroom for the steps. And we have the car keys here. Nice. Ah, I'd forgotten we had the sleep mask, you know. I'd forgotten we had the sleep mask. So that's really handy. Okay. Side room. Walk-in closet at this point is quite nice. We have the exit from the cloister, so taking a dead end here is not too bad. Terrace, though. Green rooms don't cost gems to draft. I don't mind that, but I do have plenty of gems. We do have plenty of gems, so I think the walk-in closet for the extra items would be preferable here. So we've got a key, we've got coin, we've got gems. And a coupon book. Save 1 coin on each purchase you make in the estate. And hey, we got the Mount Holly t-shirt from the gift shop. Lovely. A slightly disappointing haul. Would I have rather had terrace there? Maybe. Maybe. Nook gives us the rook, which makes us very, very close now to having... If we get the lady's bedroom, then we have everything we need for the chess puzzle. Oh, and another key on the floor. That's nice. Lockpick kit? No. Claim the crown or take the showroom. Tempted to take the showroom. Is 38 gold enough to give us something really great? Moon pendant. Silver spoon. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. Emerald bracelet. Ornate compass. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. Pretty great. Unfortunately, we can only afford the silver spoon or the moon pendant. The moon pendant would be pretty good if we have to call it a day and we don't have anything else to buy. For now, though, maybe we get bookshop. Who knows? Oh, Vault for 40 is pretty great. Oh, it costs 3 gems, though. Or boiler room. Because if we draw pump room, right? If we do boiler room, pump room, that is such a thing we've been wanting. I think it's boiler room, right? Because it also gives us the 2 exits as well. Boiler room. Do we want that to be unusual, or would we rather that be commonplace? Why don't we make that commonplace? Come on. I'd forgotten we have the spanner. Before we go in there, though, is that the path we want to take? Right, we've seen from the doorway that this has a security door, so no dice on that one. So we got this. Yeah, I think boiler room. I think we're gonna start actually in the corner. I think we're gonna start in the corner. Now it's all open already. It's certainly easier to know what is good for the draft if you have the power going in to start with, right? Okay. Pump room. Do we use our reroll here if we don't get the pump room? Interesting. None of these have power running into them. Conservatory adjusts the rarity of the floor plans within your house. The sextant floor plans. So that's drawing room. Is it only drawing room that we have? I mean, presumably you can adjust the rarity of the conservatory itself, though the pool. I think having a guaranteed benefit plus an exit here is better than rolling the dice and hoping for the room, for the pump room. So let's take the conservatory. What a lovely conservatory. Check that out. That's nice, isn't it? Big cello in the corner. Any chess piece in here? Oh no, it's Black Rook. Drafting locations. West Wing only. Garage, West Wing Hall. Her Ladyship's chamber from south-facing doors. East Wing only. East Wing Hall, master bedroom. Other special cases, conservatory. Only draftable in a corner. Bookshop is only draftable from the library. Bookshop is only draftable from the library. Right. West Wing, Her Ladyship's chamber from south-facing doors. Right. That gives us a strategy, then. I'm going to go ahead and assume that if you are on the West Wing and you draft a south-facing door, like, there must be a pretty good opportunity that that's what you are getting. Key. Handy. Conservatory can only be drafted in corners. That's so good. Alright, here we go. Floor plan. In the conservatory, you'll be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Rarity changes can be reset using the directory in this room. Floor plan consideration. Today, you may adjust the rarities of the above floor plans. So, cloister. It's currently unusual. Do we want to make it standard. They're not common enough to be a nuisance, but not rare enough to be elusive. The problem is the cloister costs 3 gems, so you don't want it coming up that frequently. But when you do have 3 gems, and bear in mind, we start the day with 2 gems every time, it is a nice 3 exit room plus dig sites. So I'm happy to move that down to standard. Spare bedroom is currently commonplace. These are the weeds of the drafting pool, for their overabundance prevents other less common rooms for flourishing on the estate. So spare bedroom is currently commonplace. Maid's chamber is currently unusual. It is you're less likely to find items lying around your house. It is a red room, but it is also a bedroom. It has 2 exits. I'm kind of happy with that staying unusual. Spare bedroom, I think moving that out to standard is fine, because it's a 1 exit room. There's never anything in the spare bedroom. Like, occasionally you have items. Actually, do we want to make it rare? Do we want to make it rare? Because what do we get out of the spare bedroom? It's a pretty bad bedroom, right? Unless you have the sleep mask, it's a pretty bad bedroom. It doesn't really do anything. It occasionally has an item in it and only has 1 exit. So maybe all the way to rare and just basically get it out of our draft pool, which is weird because this is one of the ones we upgraded, but let's turn it to rare, right? So cloister becomes standard. Maid's chamber, I think we keep as unusual. Okay, so it's kind of tinkering around the edges, that one. Right, here we are. Lockpick. So we have aquarium, which will get us some steps because it counts as a bedroom. And if we draw the corridor with lots of doors, that will get us into room 46 again. Or the secret garden, of course. Yeah, go on. Why not? Let's take an aquarium, but we are going to use the... Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. We kind of don't want to use the aquarium because we could have used boiler room if we got archive. We could have had another bite of the cherry there, couldn't we? Yes, okay, fine, aquarium. But not, like, super happy about it. We get a key, we get a dig site. Nothing of interest was buried. We did get to use the thing. I feel like aquarium does need another look at some point, right? Because these are clearly other rooms in the house. If we get the pump room, I think we're going to have another look at aquarium. But for now, let's back through here. Can we find pump room? Here we go. Oh, locker room spreads keys throughout the house, and it has power still, so we do get another bite of the cherry there. Weights room, we know somewhere has a lever to open the antechamber, but I think locker room might be the one. Let's take locker room. Okay,
Okay, we've got power coming out of the locker room anyway. Right, we still have an exit from Cloister here. Which lockers do we want to use? There are quite a few. There's a lot of lockers here. Each of these ones with a key. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 lockers. Let's open a couple and see what we find. Ooh, a key? Okay, so that's a re-roll. Okay, a gem. Two gems. A note. Where is room 46? Connection theorized. North of the antechamber, below the foundation, full house of 45 rooms plus back room. Secret door in tomb. Doesn't exist, red herring. Grotto. Grotto? We don't have a room called Grotto, do we? Okay, one more. A coin. Ah, one more? No, I don't want to use any more keys right now. Okay, here we go. Pump room. Pump room. We've got pump room with power. Pump room can be pretty good. Now, you don't get pump room unless you have pool. So turning pump room commonplace, I'm kind of happy to do. Right? Or maybe we should make pump room standard. Maybe we should make pump room standard. No, let's make pump room common. Go on. Okay. We have the power of the pump room. Now the foundation... Oh, we can take the foundation elevator then straight down. And we're down. We're down into the basement. Oh, I really, really need... I really, really need food more than anything else, right? But yeah, okay. So we've got one more room that we can draft here, right? Which hopefully can be the dining room. This room here requires a key card, so no good unless what we draft there is the utility room. So that's fine, but we also... we want to check the aquarium again. We want to check the aquarium again, for sure. Wish I'd taken some screenshots of the aquarium when the water was full. Okay, I'm taking my thought-provoke sip of tea. It's not even tea, it's coffee. Are we ready to get into the pump room straight away? Do we want to draft... Do we want to pull it straight away? Because we also have the kitchen to go back at. Right. We are definitely going down to the bottom of the underground reservoir first, right? Because going between the rooms is what uses up most of your steps. Yeah, going between the rooms is what uses up most of your steps. Going out down to the foundation
and going and doing that. That's the first one to go and do. Okay. Reserve tank. We want tank 1 fill. It's odd. So, reservoir. We're filling the tank currently. Is it because we've left something on around here? Yes, we have left this. No, that's off. All of this is off. Tank 1 fill. This is draining the water from this tank. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. How is this functioning, supposedly? So what we can do... Okay, we're definitely going to need to be putting the fountain in, right? Okay, we're definitely going to need to be filling the fountain. But I kind of feel like... it's doing something with three here. Oh, this is tank 1 overflow. This is tank 1 overflow. Okay, right, so we're going to fill the fountain up. No, wait. Yes. We're going to fill this up. Right, we're going to fill the fountain up. Okay, I've got it, I've got it. Now, turn this pump off. From the reservoir also is coming to this pump. So we're going to fill up tank 2 first. Now we're going to move that across and it's going to fill up tank 1 next. Good. Now from the fountain we're going to... So we're going to turn that off for now. Right, we want to drain tank 1. Okay. Now from the reservoir, fill tank 1. Yep. Now we want to drain tank 1. Good. Now we want to fill tank 1 from the reservoir. And now the reservoir is empty. We can also, actually from this point, also drain the kitchen at the same time. Like, we could go ahead and do that. But for now, I think it probably makes sense to not try and do whatever the kitchen has available. We also have the pool at somewhere reasonably close that has got 2 cases in it. But for now, we are just going to go... We are just going to go down this lift, right? And see what's at the bottom of this reservoir. What a run this has been. This is like the 3rd in 3 runs which have gone so well. If we get another Sanctum key, we're going to have to think really hard, actually, about what we know about other sigils, to be honest. Like, we're going to have a real think about which sigil to even pick as our next one. Okay, we're here. We're on the north side. Oh no, shoot. This is the south side. Oh my word, there is so much stuff to grab there. Oh no, wait. Oh, no, here's the path. Here's the path. Oh, do you know what? We almost made a critical error there. I was like, I'm sure the steps were on this side. Look at how much stuff we've got in here, and we got a lot of symbols. Oh man, lock trunk. Oh mate, no. We don't have enough keys to do all of these. So are you telling me there's a sigil key in one of these trunks and it's just kind of luck as to whether we get it or not? Hang on. Trying to find our room 46 note. Where was our room 46 note? It was somewhere around here. Here. Beneath all the docks. That's all it says. Well, thankfully this is all outside of the drafting. So we can just make a start and crack some chests open and see what we find, right? We've got 3 keys. We're definitely going to keep 1 key, because we've got 1 room to look in. We have spread keys around the house, though.
So there's still plenty more of this run to be done yet. I kind of wish I'd used those locker keys here. But it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. This isn't going to reset, presumably. I'm also kind of thinking that we actually just leave the fountain filled. This isn't going to reset between days, right? And now that we've used the pump room to fill the reserve tank, that reserve tank should stay filled. The pump room keeps its state between days, at least so far. Okay. We're going to open 2 chests, because we might end up with a locked door here. We know this one's a key card, so don't worry about it. And hopefully by the time we've backtracked this far, we'll find another key. So let's take this blue one. Huh. Ooh. So that's a lie. But do you know what? It's a clue. It's a clue. Oh dear. I need to organize my notes now. Right. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by that. Go on, let's take this white one then instead. Only one blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement. Oh dear, you chaps and your memos, huh? Right, well with that... we're going to go back up the elevator, I guess. We opened 2 boxes, what we got was sadness, but the reservoir is drained. Do you know what? It would have been too crazy to get 3 sanctum keys in 3 episodes, right? That would be too crazy, right? Do you think? Oh. There's still a possibility. There's still a possibility. It's faint. It's a faint possibility. Right. I think we go from the foundation exit, yes. Good thing we kept 1 key. Music room gives us a key. Yeah, music room gives us at least 1 key. So I don't hate it. In a way, though... oh, no, wait. No. That's no good. We need a key card. We need a key card. We need utility room. Well, we are a bit stuck there then, aren't we? We're a bit stuck there. Okay, yeah, fine. Solarium it is then. A coin. So we might be a bit done. We might be a little done. Obviously we're not done. We're not done because we can still, from the pump room, we can drain the kitchen, whatever that does. I have no idea what that's going to do. And we can drain the aquarium again, for whatever purpose that serves. Shame we didn't find a keycard or the utility closet. Maybe we need to be more open to taking a utility closet more frequently early. For now, though, right, this tank is full, so we shan't be worrying about it.
I would like to... right. We can fill the fountain. Now that we've got the entrance via the basement, is there any reason... We've not accessed via the fountain in a long old time. If there is a reason for us to need to again later, then fair enough. But for now I think it's okay. The pool might have a key card. We've got 17 steps. We need to make sure we re-drain this reservoir. Okay. Now, if we do go to the kitchen, we've got the salt shaker. So if we make a beeline for the kitchen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Rotunda can rotate, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? How many red rooms do we have? We've got 2 red rooms, so we can get 10 steps back, plus bananas. So maybe we actually do kitchen first. Yeah? Does that take us via the pool? Ah, only if we take an extra step. Only if we take an extra step. Oh, no. Well, no, an extra 2 steps, in fact. Isn't it? Ah, that's tricky. That's tricky. We might be about to screw ourselves over really badly. Like, we know what's in the kitchen is something that gives you, I think it's 5 steps per red room. We've got 2 red rooms. We've got the aquarium, we've got the chapel. Right? And there's bananas in there. From the kitchen, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. So those are drained right now. The kitchen is the 4th one on the manifold, which is this one here. So we're going to drain the kitchen. Hang on. Yeah, no. Reservoir. Whoops, wrong way, wrong way. So the kitchen is drained. Ah, do you know what though? We can't drain the pool as well. We can't drain the pool as well as the kitchen. But on the other hand, though, is the kitchen supposed to have water or not have water? It's had water every time we've been in there recently. But yeah, okay. Ah, when was the first time? I really don't want to do this wrong. I really don't want to do this wrong. I'm going to check. When was the first time we ever drafted the pump room, and what was the state of the kitchen? Hang on, I'm going to be right back. Okay, the first time we ever came to the pump room was on day 11. And when we entered the pump room for the first time, the kitchen did not have water. So that means whatever beneficial interaction you have in the kitchen, it's when you add water to it, not remove water from it. Maybe. Like, adding water to the greenhouse is what's created the sprinkles, isn't it? And that's, I'm pretty sure that's why we have gems in the greenhouse now, and we never used to. Obviously, draining the pool is beneficial to us, because we've got the cases there. Draining the pool could give us the key cards we need. So maybe actually, but we've got 17 steps. If we want to go to the aquarium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get whatever's in the chest. Could be keys, if it's a key card. If it's not a key card, we've done 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. That lets us go down there and use the keys if we want, or we go to the locker room. But if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get the chest. If it's nothing useful, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could still get the clues from the aquarium if we get no keys. Or we go 1, 2, 3, 4, get our clues. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, no good. Oh, actually, no, we wouldn't be able to get the clues because we need to come back to the pump room to re-drain the reservoir. Okay. So these are both empty at the moment. The pool is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the pool is... can't be drained in one go. The pool is this one at the end though. So it's you, or it's this way. Right. We'll go for the chests at the pool first. Right, let's try and be very conservative about our steps use here. We definitely want to leave today with the reservoir empty. Oh, does the kitchen need it from the other direction? Doesn't matter. We'll need to fill up the kitchen anyway, won't we? So there we go. So the pool is drained. Okay, we're going to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 get to the pool. Oh, I tell you what though, we've not actually been out to this courtyard yet, so we've not dug in that. We've not dug in those holes. Key. Very nice. Key card. Dice and coins, not super useful to me right now, unfortunately. Well, Okay, 12 steps left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. Let's dig in the ground, because maybe we find a turnip. Hey, nice, nutritious turnip. And a key. Very nice. But not a key card. But it gives us a couple more bites of the cherry. Oh, and another turnip. Oh, okay, good. Does this change our calculation on where we are in terms of wanting to go back and get more keys and things? Let me think. So we're at 25 steps now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11 gets me to the kitchen. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. Do you know what? No, we go via the rotunda. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gets me to the kitchen. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we get back to the pump room with 1 step remaining to redrain the reservoir on the assumption that we can't even buy anything in the kitchen. But we know we can buy stuff in the kitchen. So we're going to go there. We're going to go there very carefully, trying to conserve as many steps as possible. And we'll pick up some keys along the way. And then that'll give us more of the boxes. Well, here's the question. Do we want to do more locker room lockers, right, which are only available today during the draft, or do we want to do more of the... Man, I really wish we'd spread fruit somehow. Right, we're going straight across the whole way. Is there a key in here somewhere? Yes, there's a key. Yeah. It is this way, yes. Office. Yeah, date from a library book is what we reckon. Okay, let's eat. Give me tomato soup for 10. And how many bananas is it going to let us have? Okay, right, we'll sort out on bananas. So now we've got 45 steps, which is excellent. That could get us back to the aquarium for the next set of clues, could it not? Which I think is where we want to go. Shame that even though we've spread keys, we only really picked up like 2 on this path. So we've got 3 keys in total here. But we've got a few more rooms to go and visit. But the thing is, we can't be wasting our steps visiting rooms that are not necessary to us. We might go and get the moon pendant, right, with our extra 20 gold. Given that I don't think we're going to be doing anything else with this money. But we can do that from the boiler room. Okay. So what we want to do from here then is we want to refill the pool. Right, we're going to fill the pool back up all the way. We should focus, though, actually, on filling the kitchen, shouldn't we? Because the kitchen has to be from tank 2. So, the reservoir here... Yeah, we'll fill up both tanks first. Which we can do from the reservoir. Okay, good. And then the kitchen... Wrong way. Okay, then the kitchen we can fill from here. So, turn that one off. Go back to the pool. That should be filling up tank 2 now. And we're going to look to fill up tank 1. And that should be good. Underground reservoir should stay empty there then. Oh, except we're trying to drain the aquarium. Ah, shoot. Hang on, wait. So no, we want the aquarium down. The aquarium has to go into tank 1. Right, so actually, sorry. Oh dear, right, hang on. Wait. So, put this all back in the reservoir. Right, the aquarium only needs to drain by 5. The aquarium has to come out of tank 1. Okay. Okay, we're doing it. It's all okay. Okay, good. Right, the aquarium is now empty. We've got 32 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only going to take 4 to get round to here. We'll also go to the showroom to spend some money. Oh, yep. We have a key. Nice. We're going to get 4 trunks open in there, which is kind of nice. Right, each of these represents one of the rooms in the house, right? Like, this is a really obvious X marks the spot. We've got that one by the barbecue. What is this trying to tell us, though, about the patio or whatever this is? Whatever it is... We're going to take a big screen of it, right? Because it clearly means something. Otherwise, why would it be included? This is the laundry room, right? Who wants a picture of a big load of laundry on here? I don't know. Let's put it in there. The archive, well, we've got the arrow, which points to the thing already. Let's take a... I just want to take screenshots of all of these clues in here. And then we've got the bedroom. Which again, kind of seems to not really have anything in it. I don't know. It feels like there's more here than we have kind of currently got. You know? But maybe not. Maybe we should just focus on the clues that we have and not worry too much about understanding clues that might not even be clues, you know? Like, we can kind of see what rooms they're supposed to be. The bedroom one is the one that's kind of most sus. But... okay. Right, 28. 1, 2, go to the showroom. Get ourselves the moon pendant, probably. Because there's nothing else we're going to be able to spend our money on. So, moon pendant. We will start tomorrow with 2 items from our inventory. Somewhat disappointed we haven't got any keys out of that. From here we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we need to go back via the pump room. We've got 25 steps though, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of worth seeing if there's a key that got distributed to any of these rooms, because we did spread. 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got... like, this is the bedroom from the aquarium there. Like, we've got this scuff from the bottom here. But whatever it is, it doesn't seem to interact with the shovel or the sledgehammer. So I don't know. I'm probably just overthinking it, to be honest. Those hands are... do we see a key that's been spread in there? I don't see a key in there. No. Boo! Ah, but we do get +2. We do get +2, so we're still on 23, actually, even after that. Ah... I don't think there's any use going anywhere with these 22 steps. Except back to the pump room. Okay, so we get 4 extra goes at some... wrong way. Yeah, we're trying to drain that, actually. Aquarium. Let's move that there, this here, this here. Right, we're going to fill the aquarium back up. So, get the reservoir back down. We've got 4 more keys to open 4 more chests downstairs. And then that's kind of it. I think that's kind of what we're gonna be having done this episode. There must be a sanctum key in there somewhere. Must be. Okay, jolly good. Now off we go, back to the basement. One final check. There's nothing else we particularly want to do here. We've got 19 steps. We don't have a key card, so we're stuck in that regard. Don't think there's much to be done. I don't think there's much to be done. We've been to the showroom. We've spent as much money as we can. I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't want to use these. I don't want to use these last keys in the locker room. There'll be plenty of time to get stuff out of the locker room on future runs. Let's focus on getting a sanctum key first. We've got 4 attempts. There are obviously many more trunks than that. Like, maybe we can get one which increases our... Okay, so far in here... we've had... The box containing allowance tokens is marked by the wiggly lines. So, but that's red, so we're ignoring that. And then there's a blue memo that says only one blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement, which I think was taken out of a white box. So we're going to go for the 2 blue boxes in the water, one of which contains wiggly lines, so it definitely doesn't have an allowance token to it. But let's go and get the blue box first. All green memos found in boxes in the water are true. Now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I get a little bit of, when taking the picture, blue water. Now up here, I think this was a white one. And this one was, this was also blue water. So we've got 2 more after this one. A green memo. Green memos in blue boxes are true. So this was also blue water. Now, what did we say? All green memos found... all green memos found in boxes in the water are true. But that's on a red memo, which makes it false. So green memos in blue boxes are false. And do you know what? That's complicated enough that I'm literally going to type it. Right, green memos in blue boxes are false between those 2. It doesn't give me very many hints as to where the thing is. So we take another blue box. We've got 2 keys left. We've got a green memo. The sanctum key is in a black box. So that means the sanctum key is not in a black box. Okay. Do we like a red box for our last one? Pink boxes marked by sun always contain blue memos. We got that from pink. And that was also from a blue box. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's going to be all of our keys. We didn't find the freezer, so we're also going to be out. We're going to be out of stuff to do. We can't draft anything. We can't save our gems anymore. There's a whole bunch of memos down here. And another 12 odd... another 12 odd cases to open. Is there any point going back upstairs to do anything else? We will have around about 6 steps we can take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get to the boudoir and back again, which would be worth maybe 1 key if there was a key in the boudoir. That is extreme levels of attempting to min-max, to be honest. Well, I mean, we've got 17, so we can make it 8 steps, I suppose. Like, maybe there's one more key to be had. I strongly doubt it, though. But, well, I mean, we will just see, just in case there's one more key that can be got. So we miscounted slightly our steps from earlier. But we wanted to make sure that we got downstairs with the keys that we did have. So let's get round to parlour. Let's get up here and into the boudoir. No, there's no key been deposited in the boudoir. And we've already been back through this way with nothing been deposited in any of those rooms. So the solarium is literally the last chance saloon there. Hang on, I didn't walk over that threshold, thankfully. So the solarium would literally be the last chance saloon for a key to have been spread. Because otherwise we just do not have the steps. Key in here? No key in here. Okay, well, my friends, we are out of steps. And we are out of key cards, right? No utility box. Ah, real unfortunate. Maybe we do need to prioritize that one a little more so that the key cards don't trip us up in this way. If you enjoyed this episode, and we did get a good episode out of it in the end. Like, our drafting started really rough, right? We started very good with courtyard, passageway, pantry, but then got ourselves a huge amount of dead ends straight away. Clock tower to get ourselves 60 seconds of drafting. I think that's actually really fun. Like, I think I'm going to take clock tower more often now. How many time rooms did we end up with? The mail room is not a timed room. So we might have only had 1. So I guess we're going to start tomorrow's run with 1 key. But we got to adjust the rarity on a whole bunch of rooms as well, which is going to make drafting a lot easier in the future. We came really close to getting a 3rd Sanctum key in 3 days, which would have been hilarious, but alas, not quite meant to be. If you enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying this series, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye for now.